Krista. Hello?
Okay, Randy, give me 1 minute.
Krista, do you have a quorum?
Krista PV.
Oh,
Is it 10% or 5%?
5%. Position your camera so we can see the board, because we can't see them.
Yes, I'm trying to do that now. No. Okay, so I'm gonna turn my screen now.
Since they're all here, you ought to just tell them, they ought to say their name and say here, so we know they're here.
So start with your name.
Ricardo Monterrosa, present. Porfirio Noyet, present. Graciela Lopez.
Francis Ellis, present.
Elia Chino, present. Alex Alaniz, present.
Okay, very well.
And I'm also here, but y'all see me. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this. You can see can you see the agenda?
Yeah, but only down to Roman numeral 3, you gotta scroll down.
Okay, let me scroll down. Directors, Okay, so we'll call the meeting to order at 6:19. We have a quorum established with 6 directors. Can I have a motion to adopt the agenda? Ricardo, second. Elia, all in favor?
Yes.
Okay.
And
So
Chris,
my-
just record who's absent for the minutes, okay?
Yes, so Ricardo made the motion and Elia second, and everyone favored for the adoption of the agenda. Okay, rules of the meeting, we ask for everyone to hold their questions or comments until open forum, and you'll have 3 minutes. All right, so then the financial report is the next item on the agenda. Randy, you can go now.
No, you guys go to give the.
Let me go through the, okay.
You go-
Because I didn't want to turn the screen. I wanted everyone to be able to see.
Oh, well,
So it's a little hard to control
you want me
both.
to, okay, you want me to do it then? Because you got the screen turned, okay.
Right.
I'll do it. Okay, so in the current assets, we're on the balance sheet for October 31st, and the 2 accounts in the current assets equal 15,849. The 2 reserve accounts added together equal 50,541.
Okay, give me one moment because they can't hear. Yeah. It's all the way up. Do you want me to put the link on that side? Okay. Okay, you can move forward, Randy. Sorry.
Now scroll down a little further. I'm gonna go over the rest of the front page.
Okay.
So in the account receivables, we are getting the account receivable assessments knocked down a lot, because I know when we first started with Belmont Park, that number was over 70,000. It's down to 39,275 on the assessments. But when you add everything together, it's 98,705 is owed. The second largest amount owed is the legal, which is 27,554. Okay, scroll down. Okay, well, let's hold up there on reserves. For the reserve accounting, we started the year with 59,512. We've added this year so far 35,860. We had an additional transfer so far of $6,000, and then we've earned interest of $14 and change, and then we've used capital expenditures so far this year 50,845. So we've put, we're using it up faster than we're putting it in right now. So we started with 59, now we're down to 50,541. And if you scroll back up, we can show the 50,541 and 90 cents should equal. Can you go back? Scroll back up. 50,541 and the 90 cents. So it balances to the penny what's in those 2 accounts, and that's how we keep track of what goes in and out of the reserves. Okay, let's go to the income statement.
He's going to the income statement now.
Okay, so this is the income and the expenses. I'll go over the month and the year to date. So for the month, we took in $52,152, which is $4,092 more than our budget. So that's a good thing. Year to date, $532,012. Compared to budget, we're ahead by $51,412. And the reason for that, I can tell you why it's so much. We've over-collected assessments by $24,151, which means people are, it means one of 2 things. They're either paying ahead or they're catching up for behind. And then legal fees have been collected so far of $17,717. So that's quite a bit of legal. Okay, let's scroll down. And board members, as I'm going through this, if you have any questions, you can interrupt me and I can answer the questions as we go, if you have anything. But homeowners, y'all need to wait till we get to the open session.
You don't know who's paying the HOA fee that they're running behind, that they have a balance due?
Yeah, we have all, that's board members only, obviously, and that, we can go over that in executive session, but, yeah, we have the total details of all of that in the financial package that's in the that we email to the board every month, so we can go over that later.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
show it to him. He has a packet. Okay.
Okay, on administrative expenses, we spent $7,710 for the month, over budget by $2,689. And the largest over budget is the legal for collections. We're over budget in that category by 3,557. So that's an indication we're going after the people that are not paying. And then year-to-date, hold up, I'm saying, year-to-date 75,093, over budget 24,883. Well, scroll back up a couple of lines. Can you scroll? Yeah, so, and when we're over that much, I always want to comment on what it's for. The legal collections were over budget year-to-date by 22,254. And then the audits, because we did, I believe, 3 years of audits, so that's over by $9,520, and now we're caught up on audits. So utilities, we spent $22,347 for the month, over budget by $2,035, and year to date, really close to budget, $202,063, and we're actually under budget $1,056. So a few line items are over. 2 are over and 3 are under, so it's all working out pretty close. That's good. Scroll down further. The contracts, keep going to the next page, and we have 6505 for the month, over budget by 665, and year to date we're over budget by $4,818. The maintenance, scroll down for that one. Oop, too far. It's jumping on you, looks like.
Yeah, sorry.
Right there.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, okay.
For the month, 17,873, over budget by 5583, and the main one that's over budget is the roof repairs, where we spent 8,500, which puts it 7,600 over budget. Then the year-to-date maintenance, 141,574, over budget 18,674, and the two main largest over budget, the roof repairs, 11,050 over budget, and supplies over budget by 16,545, because for some reason there wasn't a budget for supplies, so obviously we're going to have a budget for supplies for next year. Insurance, $494 for the month, under budget by 405, and year to date 11,834, which is over budget $2,834. Taxes and other fees, scroll down. We spent $221, which is over budget by 110, and year to date we spent same amount, 221. We're under budget 888. Scroll down further. Reserves for the month, 3,586, which is the exact budget. And year to date, we put aside 41,860, which is more than we budgeted, so that's a good thing. We've saved $6,000 more than our budget so far this year. And then total expenses, including the reserve funding for the month, $58,739, over budget $10,679, and year to date $535,866, which is over budget $55,266. So for the month, we spent more than we took in by $6,586, and for the year, we're fairly close to budget. We spent more than we took in by the amount of $3,853. So out of over $500,000, that's pretty close to budget. Like 1% of that number would be $5,358. So we're less than 1% over budget. We're over. I mean, you're not coming out to zero at the bottom line. Any questions, board members? If not, we usually get a motion to approve.
Any questions?
No question.
Okay, so can I have a motion to approve? Ricardo, second. Porfirio, all in favor? Okay, so Ricardo made the motion, Porfirio second, and all of them approved.
Okay? Okay, you can continue on with the rest of the next part of the meeting.
The next part of the meeting is the 2026 budget. Which one do you want to go over, Randy?
Well, we always put up the one with no increase just to show what's going on without an increase, and then we usually have at least one option for,
Okay, here's the no increase.
with no increase. Okay, on this one, we're showing, the income for revenue being the same. We did tweak a couple of the other items here. And so we're expecting to bring in, without increasing the fee, $49,060, this next year. Okay, let's go to administrative expenses.
Oh, give me 1 minute, Randy.
Now, I have a quick question, okay? All these line items in the budget are needed?
Are all the line items in the budget needed?
Well, most of the, well, first of all, to simplify this budget, all those things that have zeros in them, since it's a budget and not an actual, financial report, everything that has zero spent year to date, and zero budget, we could get rid of a lot of those line items, so we ought to do that just to
The line item with the zero, he says we can get rid of.
Yeah, because we have a lot of line items that are zeros all the way across, but we don't,
The last four pages.
So that's all.
Yes, I'm sorry.
you know, any line item that doesn't have any revenue received or budgeted, let's just zero out.
Okay, all right, so you want me to move down?
And then, okay, let's go now to administrative. Now, anything that we put, we put two colors on this budget. If there's a need for raising the budget line item, we colored it in yellow. And if it's in green, we saw a savings, so we lowered the budget. So you can see there's quite a few yellows. Anything that's not yellow or green is the same amount from 2025 to 2026. I mean, if we forgot to color one, it would just be an error on our part. But anyway, so I'll go over just the line items that have a difference. So the audit return for 1 year, it costs about approximately $250 a month. And for some reason, there was only 200 in the budget, so I upped that $50. And then the legal collection fees you can see we've spent $3,309 a month. We only had 800 in the budget, and so until we get collections smoothed out further, which might take another year or two, I bumped that up to 1,500 because we're spending 3,309. And if you're wondering why I didn't make it even higher, it's because we get a return on the legal. We know we're going to get 50 to 75% of the money back that we spend, but we have to spend it. Sometimes there's a delay of when we get the money back. That's why we have to put it in the budget. Okay, postage. It's we spend $199 a month on average through. These figures were calculated through July. So we had in the budget 283. So I actually lowered it down to 250. So that's a savings in the budget. Utilities. This is probably. Well, it's a big area usually. It's not too much change here, but electricity, we're spending $1,486 a month. I bumped that up to $1,500. We had $1,175 in the budget. I think we've added more lighting around the property, and that's causing the excess, and also the cost of electricity rising. Water and sewer, let's see, yeah, I kept that the same. We've spent $16,379 per month on average, but April 1, the city of Houston is raising the water rates 9% again. They're on they announced about 5 years ago approximately that for 10 years in a row they're raising our water rates 9% for all the infrastructure changes they've done in the city and the water treatment plants and everything that goes on with water. So that's why the water bill. Anyway, even though we spent less, we need to keep that budget still at 18. So I did want to comment on that, even though it didn't go up or down. Telephone, we raised that to what we're spending, 425. We had 275 in the budget, but we've spent 425 on average this year per month. Contracts, we have 4 items that are bumped, some of them just a little bit. The pool phone, is running $71 a month. So it was 62 before, so we bumped that up. The landscape contract, we're spending $2,363 a month. I rounded that to the nearest $100 and just put it at $2,400. And so that's a bump from $2,000 to $2,400, a $400 bump there. And then mosquito abatement, we spent $268 a month, but I don't anticipate us having to continue spending that much all the time. We had
Hold
zero.
on, Randy, hold on. What's your question?
If y'all have anything y'all want to delete out of this budget or change, we can do it as we go along.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
they had a question, but it's answered, or it will be answered. You can continue.
Okay, so the reason why I put that there, even though we spent $268, I had something in the budget. It's hard to predict how much mosquito treatment we're gonna need. Trash service, we've spent, the budget was $27.44, we've been spending $28.16. It's not a big increase, but I bumped that to the nearest $50. I bumped it to $28.50. And then, let's scroll down to a few lines down to the maintenance section so we can see the whole maintenance section. Okay, hold it there. So building maintenance, we spent a lot more than we had in the budget. We had we spent $1,698 a month on average with only a budget of $1,000. So I bumped that up, not all the way to $1,698, but I put $1,500. And then electrical, we've been spending $649 a month with very tiny budget of only $35. So I put it up to $300 because, if you board members know we're going to continue spending at that rate, $300 might not be enough. So I just put thinking if you spend that much in 1 year, you may not spend as much the next year coming up. General maintenance, that category, we only had $1,050 in the budget. We spent $1,604 a month, so I put that at $1,500. That's a $450 increase. And then the lake fountain repairs, we spent $929 a month. I know we've got a lot of maintenance with that project out there, or that part of the property, and we only had $400 in the budget. So I bumped it to $600. If y'all think you've got all the repairs done for a while, if you think, well,
No, they're not completed.
What?
The repairs to the pond are not completed, so they're ongoing.
And so is 600 enough, or I just put 600. A budget's the best guess, because we're not gonna hit this budget exactly, but in fact, some of the line items we don't spend any money on, but we still leave a budget line item, because some things don't happen every year. And then we have landscape replacement, and tree trimming. If you put in any mulch or tree trimming, that's all for that category. We spent $22.82 per month with a budget of $1,200, so I bumped it to $1,500, thinking we probably don't have to do as much. If you think that's the wrong number, say something. If you think it should be higher. Maintenance payroll, we spent $24.87 on average, which is less than we had in the budget of $3,395. So I lowered it down, but I didn't lower it all the way to $24.87. I put it to $27.50, which is about almost $300, about $275 more than you had in the budget per month for that line item. Because over time, you may have to pay more for maintenance than you're currently paying. Pool repairs, $659 is what we spend on average with only a $208 budget. So I bumped that to $600 to get it closer to what you've been spending, but not all the way to $659. And then the roof repairs, normally roof repairs, large roof repairs, come out of reserves, but some months we did not take it out of reserves. We spent $1,457 per month with a budget of $900. I know the roofs are continuing to age, so I didn't lower it all the way down to the budget, but $1,500 is probably a fairly realistic number for that. And then, so you can see the total, budget for maintenance is gonna go from 12,290 to 14,352, so that's a little over $2,000. That's a pretty big part of your budget increase needs. Let's scroll down to the next section. And of course, the board has had this report to study it over already, so they're not seeing it for the first time. Insurance, we've spent $14.79 a month, but anyway, the budget is $900 a month, and I left that the same, so I think we're fine on that. The payroll taxes and fees, I left those numbers the same, just $111 a month in case, so we haven't been spending money in that category lately, but it's a small part, I left that in the budget. The reserve, with this budget, I mean, leaving the reserves at the same amount to fund for next year of $3,586 a month. Our budget, the bottom line would be in the hole, $2,919 per month without an increase. So that shows right there, we need some kind of an increase. So let's go to the next chart. And the only thing the next chart has two line items that are different. The maximum we can go up is 5% without a vote of the homeowners. So that's not going to happen. Normally it takes a huge vote. So can you put the next?
That's the 5% increase.
Oh, I forgot to change the name at the top.
Yes.
Go to the top of the chart because it's zeroed out at the bottom, but it cash flows with this budget. I mean, it zeroes out the way it's supposed to. So with this budget, let me make sure. Let me do it on my calculator. So this is going from 48,060 to 50,463. I'm pretty sure that's the 5%. But let me just divide it out. 1 second. Well, I'll just 5463 divided by 48,060 is exactly 5%. Yeah, so you just need to change this draft number 2 with 5% increase. The name's wrong. So the only change is the top line and the bottom line. Go all the way down to everything else. This is just to show what happens with a 5% increase. Can you scroll? So, and folks, look on the reserve fund. We can't do exactly 3586, but based on this budget, we can save. We were in the hole still about $500 a month, so I had to lower the reserve funding from 3586 to 3070, and then the cash flow number at the bottom. I mean, instead of being a negative number, it zeroes out. So, I think we do need a 5% increase this year, and that's Randall Management's recommendation. So I'm going to pause and see if board members have questions, or if y'all are ready to actually vote or whatever. If y'all want to talk about it, now's the time to do it.
Y'all have questions? Line items that are not used goes into the reserves account at the end of the year. Just keep that in mind.
Do they have any line items they think need to be raised or lowered, or they do?
Unknown caller.
Hold on. You have a question about what?
The trees, so the tree trimming is, 2 line items for the same dollar. What is the difference between one and the other?
So she asked about the tree trimming.
One says landscape, replacement tree trimming, 1,500, and then the other one says tree trimming, removal.
What we see on maintenance, Randy, it says landscape replacement tree trimming. And
Right.
then there's another one. Where did you say? It's under contract, she said.
Under contracts, we have. Well, slow down. Well, I mean, you're bumping around.
It's got the.
So it's under contracts.
Under contracts, we have landscape contract.
Okay, so landscape contracts, and then look right here, landscape replacement tree trimming and tree trimming removal. So Francis is asking what's the difference?
Wait, let me see here.
And there's less fifty.
I see what you're saying. Well, unfortunately, that's, tree trimming. Yeah, tree removal, yeah, it looks like we ended up having two codes with the same category. So the one where we spent only $786 a month with $1,500 in the budget, we ought to just, well, first of all, we shouldn't have two categories for landscaping and tree trimming. I think usually at Randall Management, we have the landscape replacement is a category by itself, and then the tree trimming is a category by itself. But the one that's at 780, I think we ought to just take the word off of tree trimming under account 65,510 and leave all the tree trimming under the other one, but lower that tree trimming number down to maybe 800, so we could have about a $700 savings. I mean, instead of having a $1,500 budget, have a $700 a month budget there, and then we could put that extra money into reserves. What do y'all think about that?
Well, yeah, that's the way to correct it, isn't it?
Okay, put it in the reserve.
Yeah, they're okay with that.
Yeah, okay, so we're gonna, first of all, so two things, account 65,510, we're gonna take the words tree trimming off.
Okay, hold on a minute. What did you say, code 65,510?
65,510, you're just gonna scratch out the words tree trimming. We don't need those words under landscape replacement, because that's for bushes and mulch usually.
Okay,
And then under tree trimming and removal, that code's fine, but we just need to lower the budget from 1,500 down to like 800. So that's a $700 savings.
okay,
And then go all the way down to the reserves, and we can add that 700 we just saved on the budget. We can add that to the 3,070. So now we'll have 3,770 going into reserves per month instead of lowering the amount of reserves. We're raising the amount of reserves from 3,586 to 3,770.
okay, so y'all understood that? Or you want me to repeat what he said? Yeah, good? Yeah, okay, everybody's fine with that.
So are they?
Okay,
pretty much-
so with the 5%
With the
increase,
5%?
it goes up to $283.50 a month.
That's a weird. I don't know.
No, to 85, let's say.
That's what you thought it could.
Well, 283 is weird, but 285 is okay.
I'm just saying, wait, what?
Yeah.
Every single number is weird.
Okay, hold on, we're discussing it. Give me a minute. So you're okay with 285?
How
Yeah.
much is the current? How much is the current assessment?
The current assessment is 270.
Yeah, because when you pay it online, it's 270, 250.
So it's 270 right now, and they want to make it to 285.
Okay, wait, let me divide it out. 285 divided by 270 is, wait.
And the water and the trash is going up.
We can't go that high. That's a 5.5% increase.
That's a 5.5% increase?
No, we can't do that. We
So
don't,
do y'all want to do 280? Can they do 284?
283 and a half. We really should just go 283. We don't want to have 50 cents added in. It makes it complicated.
So you can stay at 283 instead of 283.50.
Okay, Randy, are we just able to increase the 5% or 10% or 15% or what?
No, the maximum you can go up without a vote of the ownership of the whole community is 5% on your property.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so 283 instead of 283.50.
Okay, good.
Okay, so, hold on, Randy. Ricardo made the motion second, Porfirio, all in favor? Okay, they're all in, Ricardo made the motion, Porfirio second. Everybody is okay with the increase being 283.
Oh, okay, very well. So it's slightly less than, I'm gonna tell you what that is. 283 divided by 270 is a 4.81%, so it's very, very close to 5.
What was it, 4 point what?
It's 4.814.
Percent.
So it's anyway, yes, just say it's 4.8%. a little over, anyway, it's approximately 4.8%.
A little over 4.8%. So it's not the full 5%,
It's not fair.
but it's okay.
50 cents is the last, 0.2%.
Next year,
It goes into effect January, correct?
January 1, right?
Yeah, January 1.
So we have to put something in the mail before December 1, or by December 1 that states that, so everybody will know, but we have to give a 30-day notice.
Okay, so I'm gonna prepare a mail out and post it on front steps.
If you want to create a PDF, I can print it, and then we can put it in the back as well for those people that don't utilize online services, because I feel that everybody should be aware, and I think sometimes,
Well, we mail it out as well
oh,
to owners, but I mean, okay,
Okay.
yeah, we're gonna mail it out to all owners and then post it on front
for
steps.
the homeowners, they say in a letter that reason that increase is because the water,
Yeah.
they will increase the water.
1%,
Yeah,
1%.
9%, like I don't think that the government just want to
No,
avoid
but
it.
also need to mention the fact that people are not cut off their fees. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a fact, right?
And we know the trash is going up as well. Yeah, they sent us a notice. Yeah,
We must agree with the plumbing, best plumbing last night. And that was a bill that we was not expecting because he stayed there like a few hours, right?
I think it was like 11 or midnight, because when I went outside, it was already.
No,
Okay.
he was there by 9 o'clock.
let's go to the open forum. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the next item on the agenda is open forum. Owners, you have 3 minutes to. You have 3 minutes to speak. Did anybody want to go? Everyone is on mute. Okay. If we don't have any questions, comments, directors, okay. Owners, then I can have a motion to adjourn. Alex, second. Elia, all in favor? So the meeting adjourned at 6:52 p.m. Thank you. Hold on. Have a good night. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Randy. Bye.
Thank you, Grande.
It's a